How is he with today? How is it carrying the ball with that brace on? Does it hurt him at all? Or
no, he was fine. I mean, I saw him in the ball in that hand and with the ball in the other hand. So he looked pretty comfortable with it.
Does it impede it? Does it stick out? I mean, I don't know what it's like. I've never had to do it.
I mean, he's able to. I mean, because again, if he carried the ball correctly, it's not going to be on the brace, but in between the brace and his body. And he looked like he had it pretty good. So we did some ball security drills. He was able to hold on to it pretty good with it. You know, we'll see in a live situation. If somebody's ripping at it, how it is, but we'll hopefully get that in practice next week.
How has Jamari done in his conversion back from defensive back?
Not bad. Not bad. I mean, he's still learning. Some of the things he was able to retain from preseason camp, and a lot of it he's back learning again. But I think he's a guy who put the ball in his hands. He's going to be fine, and he's starting to pick up a little bit more the pass protection part of it.
You always preach ball security. Mike put on the ground twice last game, so has that been one of the points of emphasis this week with Mike?
Huge.
Ball security?
Huge with all of our guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't a happy camper, as you can imagine.
That's right, yeah.
And he knows I wasn't a happy camper, and I don't think he was a happy camper, which is good, but we got to make sure we do a better job with ball security from here on out.
But he does a great job. Like he does a great job coming out of the backfield and catching passes. He's very good on the swing pass and making the first guy miss on the tackle, which is why he had a lot of receiving yards.
Yes, he did a great job catching balls out of the backfield, and he does have some good quickness. And he can make some people miss. He can run through some people. But again, the biggest thing we got to make sure that he's doing consistently is protecting, securing the ball.
Does Brandon return as your number 2, or does he go to number 3 at this point?
Well, at this point, he's still in an emergency situation.
Okay.
So he's actually number 4.
All right.
Behind Jamari.
Okay.
But he's just in an emergency situation right now.
Because you'd like to get him that extra bye week or another 2 weeks.
Because today was the first day that he had any type of contact. So I want to give him a couple more days of contact before we ready to throw him to the wolves.
So if there's no emergency Saturday, then he won't be playing.
Correct. That's the plan right now.
Mike, when you look at him, and obviously running the football, he's proven what he can do. Saturday proves what he can do as a receiver. Where does he need to improve right now? Specifically, is there any weakness in his game?
Ball security. Ball security. That is a big one. And then another big thing is trusting himself. One of the things that we see, I think he left a couple yards on the field. Just seeing a crease and hitting the crease, even though there might be somebody there and saying, hey, I'm going to go one-on-one with this linebacker. But he does a great job. But there's just some little things I think that we can improve on. And it's, one, trusting the schemes and trusting himself.
Is that reading the hole in the backfield or seeing guys and seeing yards on the field when it's downfield?
It's more of at times when it's not clear, when it's a little cloudy. A lot of backs, when it's a little cloudy, saying, I'm not going to go that way, I'm going to go the other way, and then putting themselves in a worse situation. So sometimes when it's a little cloudy, you got to go on and hit it and say, hey, it's me and you one-on-one. And overall, that's one of the things that we got to do a better job of.
What's the issue with the ball security? Does he not,
Well, the first one, a guy came and knocked it out, and I don't know if he had it tight or not because I couldn't really see it on film. And then the second one was he got the handoff, took one step, and the other guy had his hand right there. And in that situation, you got to say, hey, I can try to keep going, or I can make sure that I just going to fall to the ground and make sure I protect, secure the ball. And that's what he needed to do in that situation. And he did.
He seemed upset after the second one. Was that upset at himself? Was it a clean exchange?
It was a clean exchange. Yeah. It was a clean exchange. And like I said, he took a good step or two, and then that guy had the ball, had his hand in his pocket or right there. And we just got to make a better decision to say, hey, I'm just going to take this negative yardage play versus trying to rip through and keep going.
Before he recovered from that, before he caught 10 balls for 99 yards and had a great second half, how low did the trust get with him with 2 first-half fumbles?
Well, I don't know if to say low on trust. I can say I was kind of upset. Just a teensy-weensy bit.
Yeah.
And that's an understatement. But when it came, I challenged him. I was like, hey, one of the big things that we talk about is that tough times, doesn't build character, it reveals it. So how are you going to respond from this deal? And I think he did a great job of responding. And so we need him to come back and keep responding that way this week.